For as long as there have been games, there have been video game pirates. The software swashbucklers have long been a thorn in the side of many a publisher and developer, forcing such companies to resort to some creative methods of enforcing digital copyright protection. And Uplay, the bane of any customer who actually bought a game. Still, with The Sims 4 taking a unique approach to enforcing their right to free and fair trade, we decided to take a look at 5 other innovative methods of keeping pirates away from playing popular games over the ages. So let's start with number 5. If there's one thing that you can say about old school LucasArts games, it's that these experiences had a wicked sense of humor. A comedy timing that implemented itself into one ludicrous method of teaching players the virtue of buying a game through legitimate channels that manifested itself in Zak McKracken and the Alien Mindbenders. Like most games of its ilk, Zak McKracken had a puzzle that involved entering the correct string of symbols every time a player wanted to jet off to some part of the world, a key that was included in the retail version of the game. So what happens if you enter the wrong key into the game? You get sent to prison. Or to be more precise, a pirate jail in an airport, after having your virtual cavities searched, I'd imagine. To make matters even worse, players would then be subjected to a long tirade from the guard about the evils of video game piracy, with no escape possible. Hell, there isn't even an option to take your belt off and asphyxiate yourself to death in this jail. You either have 2 choices at this point, and they involve spending money or going outside, which in the 1990s was terrible.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
Think piracy isn't that bad? Well, Nintendo would disagree with you on that, because thanks to rampant software infringement and black market hack cards, they lost untold millions with their DS handheld console. It's a terrible epidemic, stealing profits away from publishers and developers who deserve them. Naturally, Ubisoft wasn't going to take this lying down, and came up with the mother of all dick moves, with which to strike back with. Step 1 was creating quite possibly one of the most annoying and inhumane games of all time, which they called Michael Jackson The Experience. Realizing that some people are damaged enough to not only want the game but play it as well, the French company took things a step further with an ingenious hack that involves the worst sound known to man, outside of Justin Bieber music. Here it is. That's right, Ubisoft played Lord of the Flies by inserting vuvuzelas into the game, in an attempt to get pirates to commit suicide by caving their skull in with the Nintendo DS console. It didn't work, but still, it could have been worse.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Guys!
I was going to write something for GTA 4, a game which had a very sickening approach to, well, stopping video game piracy. As you can see, it makes the camera wobble. As I said, I was going to write something for it, but after watching it, I am feeling incredibly nauseous and I need to go upchuck like a champ at a hot dog eating competition. if you'll excuse me, I'll be right back. Ugh.
Loan sharks after us. Romage, that's it, the shovel.
Nico, wait for me here while I go inside to clean up. Shit, I almost forgot. I'm giving...
Until Crysis Warhead had come along, no other game on the planet had attempted to allow players to start a game as a veteran soldier and shoot everything from Asian soldiers to war-hungry alien troopers. That's not an entirely truthful statement, but Crysis Warhead did have one original idea going for it. Punish software pirates by making their guns useless chicken-loaded pieces of ordnance. Just picture the scene. Your local software pirate has sailed in with a new copy of the game, installs it, sets through a cutscene, and when the action starts, his gun fires a never-ending barrage of feathered fury. Of course, your enemies also only fire chickens at you in an unrelenting sea of free-range rage, with no one able to die and the game in a position where you cannot finish it. Ever. No one dies, nothing progresses, and a part of me is hoping that this technology is used to make a Hot Shots Part Dear mod for Crysis 3. Serious Sam is a first-person shooter that puts you in the shoes of a veteran soldier, which just completely invalidates my earlier example, but with far more bullets. Still, the Serious Sam series is known for just throwing a ton of enemies at players in an attempt to wear players down by throwing wave after wave of foes at them until they run out of ammo. And much like Crysis, Serious Sam 3 had a great time when it came to pissing off video game pirates. The solution on the part of developers was simply genius. You see, Serious Sam has a thing for scorpions. Specifically, one massive, overpowered, unstoppable scorpion who wants to use your skull as a sex toy in the opening stages of the game. Now, legit players would never run into the mother of all anti-piracy moves, but pirates would be faced with a mega scorpion who was unstoppable, indestructible, and impervious to any weapon thrown at him. And the fun part is that most pirates most likely thought that this was an in-game challenge, a boss with some hidden weak points, but there was none. There was no stopping this relentless copyright enforcer, resulting in a few gigabytes of wasted data as hackers were murdered in the opening stages of the game, and it was glorious. Hey, if you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button above. We've got new videos every week, and we're probably going to keep them unmonetized because, well, that just creates better content for you guys. After all, we're doing this for you, the viewers. Hug hug, kiss kiss.